Hello everyone, welcome back to another XL Destiny video. Now the original video that I had planned for today didn't go as planned, so I'm going to be putting out this instead, and it's going to be basically a discussion video, and I'm going to be going against the crowd on this one. A lot of people in the community have been putting out this sort of discussion, but I'm going to be basically doing the opposite of what they've been doing. Now if you type in on YouTube Destiny 2 rant, you're going to see a lot of videos, especially from the last month or so when the gameplay has been shown and there's been different things and that going around in the community. A lot of news has dropped about the game, so that's why this has been happening now. But a lot of people have been ranting about the game. Me on the other hand, I don't really want to rant about the game. I'm going to be doing the opposite. Everyone's talking about why they're worried, so I'm going to be talking about why I'm not worried about Destiny 2. Now this, like every other video this type, I'm going to be having a lot of personal opinions on this stuff, so if you guys have your own opinions, put them in the comment section below, because I do actually want to know what your opinions are on this sort of topic. Now don't get me wrong as well, I do have a lot of things that I don't like about Destiny 2 from what I've seen so far, but I'm sure that those will get changed and stuff. But everyone has something they don't like about a specific game. Even the game that you love, there's going to be something different. Another thing to point out about this video is that I don't normally script videos, but I've got some notes down for this one for specific reasons, and there is one thing that I'm leaving out of this video because I want to do another video on it like in full depth, and that is the 30 vs 60 frames per second topic, which a lot of people have a lot of different thoughts about. But anyway, I've been talking for too long without getting into the actual meat and potatoes of this, so let's get straight into it. Now the first thing I'm going to say is Destiny 1 was amazing to me. It was a perfect game. I spent so much time in it. I love a Bungie game, and Destiny is like a mixture of both of my favorite genres of games, like a online game and a shooter, like a kind of grindy game mixed together, and I love that. And even when Destiny was in the early stages, like in vanilla when it had just come out, I was kind of the odd one out as well, where I actually really enjoyed that game. I really enjoy the grind, especially if there's something new to it. So for example, if there's a new area or new material out there to go and get, and that's what we're getting in Destiny 2. A lot of people are saying, like, this is the same stuff from Destiny 1, I don't want to have to do this again. But for me, I like that kind of stuff. I like when stuff is kind of kept the same, but it's a bit different, something new is added, and that's what we're getting with Destiny 2. And it's a brand new game, so there's going to be a lot of stuff to do, and I mean a lot of stuff to do. Destiny 1 launched with not that much content, but there was still a lot of stuff to do. You got that main story to go through straight away. That's going to take a couple hours. Some people aren't going to do it in one sitting. A lot of the hardcore players are going to smash that out in one sitting, but you're not going to be complaining about the end game that first day of the game being out, or even like the first week or month. You're not going to be complaining about the end game too much, because you're going to be getting straight into it straight away. There's going to be so much new stuff going over your head and so much stuff taking in, and you shouldn't be complaining about the end game right now when you haven't even got the game yet. Like, what? It just baffles me that people are complaining about that already, like the game isn't even out yet. Get through that first stage and then start complaining when you've hit a slump in the game. And Destiny 2 is launching with everything that Destiny 1 had at launch, plus even more stuff like adventures and lost sectors, treasure maps, so much more stuff. And people are complaining. I don't understand why. I'm so happy that we're getting what Destiny 1 had at launch and even more stuff. Like, so many games these days are launching, like their sequels are coming out, and they've got less than what the original game had, and Destiny 2 isn't doing that. It's coming out with the same stuff that the original game had at launch. It might not be coming out with the same stuff that Destiny 1 ended with, but it took 3 years for that game to get that stuff in there. It's going to take 3 years for Destiny 2 to get that extra stuff in, plus a whole lot more. So people should stop complaining about the content not being in the game, when you won't even be able to do most of it until after the initial grind. And moving on, this is a big one. Everyone is going crazy about no ranking system at launch. Like, you're not even going to have the gear at launch, like the exotics and everything that makes you super good at PvP, all those abilities and stuff like that. You're not going to have them at launch. You're going to be playing against noobs to start off with. Like, think about how well you play now in Destiny, in Age of Triumph, and think about how you played when you first started off playing Destiny. Your skill has risen a lot. And that's because when you first started, you didn't know anything about the game. You didn't know the maps, you didn't know the weapons. And Destiny 2 is a brand new game. You're not going to know the maps or the weapons. So why do you want to jump into ranked straight away when you're not going to be able to be playing at your full potential? So wait until you play the game and learn. Take in everything that you're experiencing, and that's going to push your skill up so much if you're paying attention in this early game. And then when ranked comes out, you're going to be playing at your full potential. And you're going to be able to get your top rank straight away. You're not going to be just, complaining about everything because all the people who are really fast learners are getting like much better scores and stuff than you straight away. Everyone's going to be on a much more even playing field by the time that ranked actually does come out. So stop complaining about it not being there at launch. Again, you're going to have that initial grind to go through anyway. You're not going to be going into ranked Crucible day one. So stop complaining about it. I'm not. I think that it's great that it's coming out later. And for people saying it looks just like Destiny 1 and there's not too much innovation going on within Destiny 2, like just look at Halo or COD. Those games are basically the same every year, and when those games actually did push the innovation way too far with adding in extra movement systems and stuff like that, the population just went straight down. It really did. Like, look at Call of Duty's community right now. They hate Infinite Warfare. Halo 5, its population is pretty low. Back when Halo 3 came out, it was basically pretty much the same as Halo 2, but with a bit of a graphical upgrade and stuff, and people loved it. And Destiny plays much more like an MMO where the game changes over time, tailored to what players want and what they need. And again, look at Destiny 1 and compare the launch to right now in Age of Triumph. Destiny 1 is not the same game it was when it launched right now. So Destiny 2 will change over time and it will be a totally different game. And it will definitely totally be a different game than what Destiny 1 is. So you shouldn't be complaining about that either. Especially when you've got all this other stuff to be learning. You don't want to have even more of that stacked on top of you. You want to have that gradual curve of learning new things while experiencing some of the old things. And those small innovations over time, those create wonderful memories. Like some of my favorite memories from Destiny are things that happened early on in Destiny 1 and then that kind of changing over time. Like when I think about Crota, I think about pulling the Ethernet cable out back in like 2014 when it first launched, or when hard mode finally came out and Datto started doing his challenges and stuff like that. You can't really do that stuff now, it's different. So think about it like that. The game is definitely going to change over time. But this has been my thoughts on Destiny 2 and why I'm not worried about the game at all, why I'm actually really excited about the game. But these are my thoughts, not yours. I want to know what yours are, so put them in the comment section below, get a discussion going with everyone. Please let me know. I really want to know what everyone else is thinking, if everyone else is as worried as basically every other YouTuber at the moment. And if there's any other videos that you want to see from me, then put them in the comment section below as well, and I will definitely get around to making them for you. But until then, please leave a like and a favorite on the video as it does really help me out. And if you want to go that extra mile, then hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get a notification every time that I post a new video. But until next time, Guardians, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.